Hi, in this video, we'll be learning how to prepare a karyogram using Photoshop. In my case, I'm using Photoshop CS6 to prepare a karyogram. So be sure to install the software in your computer and have your fish data available. To start, let's open our Photoshop and insert our fish data. So by clicking File and then Open. So in my case, I'm using the Panax ginseng as a sample in this video. And I have the fish signals of 5S, 45S, and telomere here. So by the way, the objective of this video is first, how to overlay our fish data, each layer. The next one is how to enhance the image by contrasting the brightness and the darkness. Then last one is how to assign color, because we have standard color on how to um, um, put color in each signals, like the 5S, 45, and telomere. So that would be the focus of this video. And then next time we'll be dealing, in the other video, we'll be dealing on how to pair each homologous chromosomes and how to arrange them from longer chromosomes to shorter chromosome. But for now, we'll just focus on the basic or the primary important thing on how to prepare a karyogram. That is to enhance our chromosome spreads, overlay them, enhance the fish signals, and then put color on it. So to start, let's open this fish spreads we have. In my case, I use DAPI as my background. Yeah. So there's also another way on how to insert or import your image here by just dragging. So let's try. Open your folder wherein you save your file. So just click this and then drag. So you can see it's dragged here. And since we have also several fish data, so we have to include this one. And later on, we will overlay them. So just drag and then click enter. As you can observe here in my background, this is my DAPI background. It has a lock icon here, meaning it's not editable. I cannot make modification of this one. Right? If I will try to move this, it says this layer is locked. So I cannot move this. So I have to unlock this by double clicking, and then I will rename this to DAPI. So the lock here disappeared. So now I can move them freely. You cannot see because it's overlay. So I have to hide the other layer by clicking this icon here. So you can see only the DAPI. I can move now the DAPI. And then if you want to go back to the original position before, just Control Z, meaning undo. Control Z. Then open this one. If you can notice, there is like a folder or a paper icon here in each image, meaning it is not yet editable. You cannot edit this one. If you try edit this, it says this object is not directly editable. So we have to convert this or make this image editable by rasterizing them. How to rasterize? How to rasterize is just by clicking the right click and then rasterize layer, or you can highlight them all to save time. Right click and then rasterize. So later on, if you will make modification of this figure, of this image, then you can modify. Let's try. Yeah, so we can modify now because this image is already rasterized. And then Control Z to undo. So that's the layering. And here, if you can see, I have very long description here. So I want to shorten the description, 5s45s, and then the telomere, this as well. It's too long. So we can easily identify the, oh, this is 5s and this is telomere. And I will arrange them from 5s45 and telomere and then the DAPI. If you can see in this layer, upper layer, you can only see 45s. And if I will hide this, you can see the 45s. Now I want to see them all together in one layer. Or maybe, I want to see all the layers in one big picture or in one, in this window alone. So I have to highlight everything and then put them on screen. So on the screen, you can see here, oh, there's brighter chromosomes and dimmer chromosomes here. So meaning they are not overlaid in one position. So I want to overlay them in one position. So I want to zoom in so I can clearly see the chromosome. To zoom in, click the Alt and scroll up your mouse. Okay. Or if you want to zoom out, click the Alt and then scroll down. You scroll up, that is zoom in and zoom out. Oh, am I correct? Or this is zoom in. And if you want to enlarge this, like that. Or if you want to move to the left or right, you just press the control and then scroll down or scroll up, going to the right. Or you can just use this to move to the left or move to the right. Or this one, move up or move down. Okay, so that's it. So our goal is to position this chromosome, with dimmer chromosome, similar to the position of this brighter chromosome. But we don't know what chromosome is this one. This chromosome maybe bears the 5s or the 45 or the telomere. So let's try to check this 5s. Oh, seems like 5s. 45s? Yeah, seems like 45s. And 5s. Telomere and the DAPI are in one position. So I want to position the 5s same to the position of the DAPI and telomere. So I just want to drag and do like this. Let's see, are they really not? Seems like not. Seems like already. And also the 45s. Let's see if the 45s were in the same position. Or is the telomere? Oh. Yes. So are they not in same position? Same, somehow similar. Okay, so that's when you overlay everything, they're now in one position. That is that is layering. So you layer them, your spreads from DAPI, 5s45, and telomere. And these images here were these are my raw data. So I want to make a reservation, or I want to make a folder for my raw data. I want to have that copy because later on, if I want to confirm the signal, if this is really the correct signal, then I can go back to my original file or original image. So I want to save original image for this. So how to save? So make copy of this one. So to make a copy, just right click and then duplicate. Okay. So you have now the copy. Or you can just use the shortcut Control J. Control J, then you have the copy. So I want to save this, the original, the one without copy. I will save this. I will group them, make one folder of them by pressing Control plus G. Control plus G, then group. And then I will rename this as raw. And then hide. Because I will not make modification of this. I will not edit this one. And these copied images, I will group them, Control G, and then I will rename this as enhance because I will enhance this one later on. Okay, so that's our enhance. So to enhance, let's start with our topic because our topic is the base, is our background. So we will use the topic as our background, and then with our fish signals like 5S, 45S as our contrasting signal. So they can be easily seen in the DAPI chromosomes. So let us now enhance to contrast the brightness and the darkness of this. So Control L, or maybe you can go to Image, Adjustments, Levels, or it says here Adjustments, Control L, a shortcut for levels. So just Control plus L. So you have here, and then drag this to contrast the darkness. So if you drag this too much, it's too dark, and you distorted the chromosome. So just make the background dark, but not distorting the chromosome. And make the chromosome more dimmer because this is the background image you have. So make it dim, but not too dim, not too bright, just enough to clearly see the signals later on. Okay, then click OK. So finish with our topic. Next is our 5S. So in our 5S, in ginseng, we already knew that we have 3 pairs of chromosomes having 5S. So this one is obvious, is 1 pair. And this is another pair, a weak signal. And somehow this signal and this signal in the shorter arm of the chromosome. So this is another pair. So that is 1, 2, and 3 pairs of chromosomes. So we have to enhance this, remove the chromosome background, just retain the signal. So don't forget to click the image you want to enhance or you want to modify. So Control L for levels, adjust the brightness, but not too much to erase or remove the weak signal, and then OK. I want to zoom in, and I want to brighten this weak signal here. So later on, when you remove the chromosome background, we can still retain the weak signal. So click the lasso tool and then select the region you want to brighten. And if you want to add the lasso tool here, just press Shift and then you draw another region here. Then Control L. So meaning I will only modify this area within the lasso tool. I want to enhance, I want to brighten them a little, center of 1. And also for these, because these are weak signals. So this one, not much, just little, but already bright. Okay, now have let's darken all together and see. You remove majority of the chromosomes, but not the fish signals here. That would be another way. Or you can remove them individually or by group. So like, for example, this one, it has a bright signal. So I want to remove the chromosome background of these signals with brighter signals, of these chromosomes with brighter signals. Just Control L and then remove. Easy. Or this one. Because, or this. I just want to focus on the signal first. So you can focus on the signal first and later on with the background. Or this one. Bright, bright, bright. And this one too. Okay. Yes. So you have now this clear signal of this, clear signal of these 3 pairs signals. I want now to remove the other background here. So how to remove? You can also use the brush tool. So click the brush tool, right click, and then zoom in. I want to remove this area I don't like. These are just like the noise. Okay, so and also this one. So I want to remove. And the rest, I can remove them, increase the size. I will use this kind of tool, or how do you call this one? Okay, and then I can just remove the background. Remove. Okay, so already removed. Remove. So you have now only the 5S. So when you overlay with your DAPI, you can see here the signals for 5S. So that's it. Next is 45S. So for 45S, it's too easy because you already have the brighter signal. So just Control L, remove the chromosome background. Okay. And for telomere, always click the image you want to revise. Don't forget with that. Then, because your telomere has a good signal, so we have to just darken a little. Contrast brightness, but not too much. And then okay. And then you can remove the rest background here, and you don't want, remove. Just click the brush tool. You overlay with your DAPI, then you have these signals. Okay, so that's it for contrasting the brightness and the darkness to enhance the chromosomes or the fish signals. So next to that is we want to assign color for each signal, because if you will just present like this, you will not distinguish it. Oh, what's this bright signals? What are these signals? So if you have color, then you can distinguish. Oh, this color is for this signal. That's it. So we have to make or assign color. In the lab, we already have the standard color assigned to each probe, like 5S, 45, and telomere. But depending if you have more probes, then you have to make an appropriate color assignment to each fish signals. But for triple color fish, for 5S, we have the green color, 45S, we have the red, and the telomere, we have the blue color. So let's try to apply that in this presentation. Now, it's very important to retain this original enhanced image because later on, when you decided to change the color from this color to another color, maybe you want to decide that, oh, my 5S, instead of green, I want pink. So it's very hard to change the green to pink. So it's better that you have the raw image of your enhanced 5S because you will just delete the previous green and then go back to your original enhanced image and then change it to pink. So that would be easier. So how to do it? Just Control J, copy, and then rename this as colored. And then hide the enhance because you will not um, touch that one. That is reservation. So here, copy. No, 5S. For 5S, let's color this, assign the color green. So image, adjustments, and then photo filter. And you have this, click the color. And for green, you have to change the hue, and there's the saturation, the blue, red, green. I forgot. So just this one, click this for green. We have to use the 125 degrees. So that's green. Then the density increased to 100%. Do not click the preserve luminosity because if you click this, you can see like a brighter signal. They're too bright. They're too illuminated. So unclick. So you have the firm color green here. Okay. For 5S, let's color this with red. So photo filter, and then for red, just change this to 0. I only put like here to have this kind of color. Then okay, increase the density to 100, and you have the color here. Okay, and for telomere, we always use blue color for this one. So for blue, just change to 228, and then you have it here like this. So this is now our triple color fish in ginseng. So assign coloring. 5S, you can see green, this is 5S. When it's red, automatically use 45S. And the blue one is for the telomere. That's it. And also, you only have the layered individual layer for 5S, 45 telomere, and DAPI. So if you will hide the 5S, you will only see 45S and telomere, and so on and so on, because we are layered individually. So what we will do is we will layer them using DAPI as background. So meaning I have to merge the 5S and the DAPI. So 5S and DAPI background, 45 and DAPI, and telomere and DAPI too. And I will also have the merge of all the signals. So just copy the 5S and the DAPI, Control J to copy, and then merge. This is 5S. Then 45S and the DAPI, Control J, and then merge. Telomere and the DAPI, Control J, and then merge. So that's it. And then I want also to merge all of them, the 5S to DAPI. So I have to Control J and then merge. I will rename this as merge. And so that you will not be confused, I will separate them and group them, Control G, and rename as merge. So meaning these are my merge color. So these are just colored individually, right? Then I will hide this one, and then we have here the merge. So in merge, you can only see here the 5s. If I will hide this, you can only see the 45s and the telomere and the dapi and the merge one. So I will put the merge above here. So meaning, if I will move this, these are all merged color, just one layer with all the fish color. And if I will, this 5s also, this image, one layer contains the 5s and the dapi. And same with 45s and telomere. And it's very important to include the toolbar, the scale bar, because the scale bar will measure or will tell your viewers, the readers, to determine that, oh, this chromosome is longer or has this somehow length because of your toolbar. So we'll insert the toolbar here. So I already have the um, standard toolbar for these uh, pixels. So this pixels is 96. So I made a scale bar here that had scale bar 10 micrometer scale bar in 96 pixels. So I will just drag it in here. So this is my scale bar. You cannot see because the scale bar now is under the merge color. So we can just put this above so you can see this, the scale bar. So this is my scale bar in 96 pixels. So let's check if this image is 96. Image size, and this is 96. Okay, so you have uniform. So this is 10 micrometers. So if you will try to measure this one, these are less than 10 micrometer. Okay, and the next is we will save this picture. How to save? So easy. So when you save the TIFF format and save also the PSD format, because the PSD format, that is the format for Photoshop. So you can edit that one from the PSD format. For TIFF, sometimes you can edit to here, but when you send that to others, you cannot edit that one because they will just view that as picture, not as the editable picture in Photoshop. So just file and then save as and then TIFF. So here I will rename this as too long, karyogram. And this is part 1. It's only karyogram. Wow. Karyogram. So that's my TIFF format. So you can actually use JPEG for others, but I prefer TIFF. And you can also save the PSD format, this one. Okay, yeah, so meaning it's already saved. Let's try to check if we have it here or I save it somewhere. Yeah, so this is now the one we saved. Yeah, the TIFF format and the PSD format. Okay, so I think that's all for this video, and hopefully you learned something and you can modify, improve more, and you can ask someone who is more um, knowledgeable to this one. So these are just the basic information I share to um, help those who are um, first timer in making karyogram. So thank you, and may you be fruitful, and God bless.